Hello and welcome to this edition of Culture Express. I'm Ji Xiaojun Beijing. Thank you for joining us today. Now we start today's program by shedding some light on the Peking Opera stage. A tribute to this traditional Chinese art form has created a buzz at the National Center for the Performing Arts, with particular emphasis on the legendary Fuliancheng School of Opera. Ji Wei has the details.
1 minute on the stage, 10 years behind the scenes. So says the Chinese proverb that best describes Peking Opera, which requires a high level of skill in singing, acting, dancing, and even martial arts. In the old days, training for Peking Opera was a brutal experience, and most of today's masters were forged in highly disciplined environments. One school in particular is unavoidable when it comes to how today's Peking Opera came into being.
The performance pays tribute to the 110th anniversary of the Fuliancheng School, which has cultivated hundreds of Peking Opera masters ever since its opened in 1904.
In the history of Fuliancheng School, it has taught over 700 students, the most in Chinese modern times. These graduates have become the pillar of Peking Opera in the past century. Fuliancheng is hailed as the cradle of masters, and many of the students later became trailblazers, creating new performing styles.
Tan Xiaozeng, a Peking Opera artist in his late 60s, recalls how his family carried on the Tan style of performing martial arts roles.
My grandfather and father both were students at the Fuliancheng School. They had been deeply influenced by our family, as 7 generations of Tan have performed Peking Opera, so I am very proud to be part of a show that pays tribute to the Fuliancheng School.
Tan says that performing Peking Opera has become a historic duty for all of his family members, and now the sense of duty is being passed on to the younger generation.
I was learning martial arts before I accidentally became interested in Peking Opera. Since my childhood, people around me were all Peking Opera fans, and they have high expectations of me to carry on the family business. I feel that I was born to do this.
110 years after the Fuliancheng School opened its gate, Peking Opera is still able to lure young talent, a testament to the lasting charm of this traditional art. 七伟 CCTV